Hi, hello, and welcome to my new video, which is my June book haul. So technically this month I told myself that I was on a book buying ban and that I was just only making a small exception when I bought a book. And I ended up buying 18 books, so I got 18 books in June. So I am now officially on a book buying ban for a little bit. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm not buying any more books. I'm not ordering any more books, at least in July. So let's see how it goes this month. I'm just hoping it goes better than last month, because it was just, oh my god, it's a train wreck. But I thought that whenever I did a book haul, I would do a small, give you guys a little bit, some stats, also for me. So out of the 18 books that I got, I've read 2, and I'm in the middle of a 3rd one. So that's good. I also have over 150 other books that maybe around 140 other books that I own but haven't read yet. So those are the stats. But I have read 2 of the 18 already. Some of the books I'm talking about or mentioning today you will be familiar with or have seen already, because I talked about them before. And also, the thing for me is, whenever I buy books or read books, I either buy them because of the cover, because of the author, or because I've heard that it's supposed to be good, or I know a key word from what the book is about. Sometimes I only know it's fantasy or it's science fiction, and not much else, which is how I like to read. I like to jump in cold, and not know what will happen or what the world will be like. So I probably don't know much about them, but with 18 books I will have to get a move on anyways, so I will keep this short. So the first book I have is The Surviving Sky by Kritika H. Rao. I talked about this before. I really want to read this because it looks really good. I also forgot to mention last time that this is Indian inspired, so I think there's some Indian mythology in here, and that just bumps it up on my my god, that just bumps it up on my physical TBR, because I love Asian inspired fantasies, and I haven't read that many Indian inspired fantasies, so definitely keeping an eye out for this and trying to read it as soon as possible. The next book I have is The Lost War by Justin Lee Anderson. I also talked about this before. I don't know what it is about. I glanced at the back just now and saw the words war and demons, so something with that. And oh my god, my throat. I am so sorry. So basically, I know that it's fantasy. I know that it has won SPFBO at one point in time, and people are liking it, so I'm definitely excited for this. I think I preferred the self-published cover, but this one is fine too. And yeah, I'll see how I like it. And I mean, I should stop saying that. I hope that I will get to read everything soon, but I will have to prioritize. The next book, or the next 2 books I got, are The Name of All Things and The Memory of Souls, both by Jen Lyons. This is the Chorus of Dragons series. I think these are books. I know these are books 2 and 3, and I think there's also a 4th one, which I haven't gotten yet. And the first book I got, I think in April. Haven't read it yet, but yeah, I own all of these, and they're all in the paperback editions, so they're pretty cheap, and I'm looking forward to this. The next book I got was Carpe Juculum by Terry Pratchett, which I think is like book 30 in the Discworld series. So I think, as you can tell from the cover, this is about the witches. Yeah, I haven't started Discworld yet. I really have to. I keep saying it, but I haven't done so yet. So maybe today or tomorrow is the day where I finally pick up The Color of Magic for the first time. The next book I got was from a queer bookstore I went to in Aachen, Artibus Bookshop, which is a beautiful place if you live in the area or if you come from the area, even if you're not LGBTQ+, it definitely deserves a visit. And I got Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse there. Yes. I just thought I forgot a book, but no, I have forgotten a book. So they only have queer books at the bookstore, and this was one of them. I only know about this that it's inspired by indigenous mythology. I'm not sure which specific tribe. Yeah. But I definitely know it's indigenous. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I've heard good things. I've heard some mixed things, but I'm hoping that this will be really, really good. The next book I got was World Running Down by Al Hess, which I have talked about in detail before, so check out my previous videos if you want to hear my thoughts on this. But this is basically also, I read this one already, and I really, really liked it. I like the world, I like the characters. Yeah. It was queer too. There's a trans main character. And it was just a good read. And very enjoyable. So if there will be more books, I don't know if there will, but if there are going to be more books, I will definitely pick them up as soon as possible, as soon as they come out. And yeah, I totally enjoyed this. The next books I got were The Pale Horseman and The Lords of the North by Bernard Cornwell. These are books 2 and 3 in the, I don't even know what the series is called. I think the Last Kingdom series. Yeah. Which is also a TV show now, but I want to read the books first, so I have books 1 to 3 right now, and I'm thinking about starting a buddy read with a friend for the first book. These are relatively short. It's historical fiction, so it's about, I think, England in the 9th century or something. So basically during the time of like the old English tribes and yeah, Middle Ages. And I have taken a bunch of courses about this topic so far at university, and I'm enjoying it so much. And I love learning about this period that I didn't know much about before. Yeah, so I'm hoping to really get to these soon and see what they are about. The next one I got, I found when I was working, and I had to get it, and that's Beasts of a Little Land by Joo-hye Kim. So this is about Korea during the colonial period, so when Korea was a Japanese colony. I don't know much else. I have read a bunch of historical-ish books about Korea, like Pachinko was one of them, and I think I also read another one, Kim Ji-young, born 1987 or something. Yeah, so, which isn't historical, but yeah, it's also by a Korean author and was translated. I really, really love reading about Korea, and I wanted to pick this up anyways, and I saw it at work, so I was like, might as well take it with me to hopefully read soon. Or later. The next book I got was Page Boy by Elliot Page, which is a memoir by him about being trans, about his life story, about his journey with his identity, and basically, yeah, everything. I picked this up when I saw it at the bookstore where I work, because I saw someone else get it, and then I ran upstairs and I was like, oh, where is it? We are supposed to have this, apparently, but we didn't have any copies left. So when it came back in, I definitely had to grab this, and I also already read this one, and I really enjoyed it. I give it 4 stars, I think. I think it's always hard to rate memoirs because it's very personal, and I don't want to discredit or like rate someone's life, if that makes sense. But just from the writing style and like the composition of things, I really like this. And if you're interested and you like Elliot Page, then it's definitely worth checking out. The next one I got is The Rise and Reign of the Mammals by Steve Brusatte? Whatever. So this is a nonfiction book about mammals and like our ecosystem and the world, basically history. The subtitle is also A New History from the Shadow of the Dinosaurs to Us. So this is kind of like about the period between the dinosaurs and then when humans started living and started developing in the way that we did. Yeah. So I also know that there's a previous, like a not prequel, but like a previous release in this, I don't want to say series, but kind of like that details everything about the dinosaurs, which I definitely want to get before I read this. But I got it at like a really cheap price for this edition that I really like. It's really floppy and like the cover is really nice, so I had to grab it immediately when I saw that. The next one I got is Wraithbound by Tim Akers. This is the first book in the Spiritbinder saga. I'll be honest, I don't know what this is about, but look at the cover. Doesn't it look stunning? If you can see it at all. But yeah, that's like a demon, probably a chosen one. I mean, it's fantasy, so we all know the stereotypes, we all know the tropes. So I am guessing that I will find some of those in here too, but I'm excited to read this, and the cover looks really nice. Okay, the next book I got is The Martyr by Anthony Ryan. I've also mentioned this previously. It's the second book in a series, like a very, like probably the third series by this author that I own, but I haven't read any of his books, so I will definitely not start with this. But I keep hearing nothing but good things about both The Pariah and The Martyr, and I think The Traitor is supposed to come out soon, sometime this year. So yeah, I am looking forward to starting this sometime in the future. Not soon probably, because I have to make my way through all of the works that are previous to this one. Yeah, but I have it, and it looks pretty. Like, look at it. It's pretty. The next book I got was The Combat Codes by Alexander Darwin. This has also won SPFBO, I think. Yeah, it's... I don't know what it is about. Yeah, I'm expecting some like combat heavy magic system maybe, or just generally world building that features like maybe martial arts. I'm not sure, but yeah, with this one I definitely prefer the self-published cover. I thought that was stunning, and this one is just meh. But yeah, I will input it here, the the self-published cover, so you can also check it out and decide for yourself if you like this one or this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if I like it or not. I'm not sure when I will get to this, but I'm excited. The next book I got was The Terraformers by Annalee Newitz, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, this is their science fiction epic. It's about terraformers, so there's terraforming involved, which is like the changing the landscapes of planets, if you did not know. Yeah, I've heard it's like kind of hopeful, and I haven't read anything by this author yet, but I have heard good things about their work, and yeah, I'm looking forward to starting this too. The next one I got was The Supernova Era by Cixin Liu, which is, I don't think it's connected to the three-body problem, but if it is, even better. Yeah, I am, like, it is kind of my plan to make my way through all of this author's works. I have read The Three-Body Problem and the subsequent two books in that series, but I haven't checked out any of the other books. There's also, I think, The Wandering Earth, and Ball Lightning is, I think, also a prequel thing, or like something connected to the three-body problem. I was floored with the three-body problem, so yeah, this is definitely a priority. And now that I have it, even more so. And then the final book that I got in the month of June was The Blood of the Chosen, which is the second book in the Burningblade Silvereye trilogy, I think, by Django Wexler. Yeah, I'm in the middle of this one, even though the bookmark isn't correct, because I have continued listening to this on audiobook during train rides for the past 2 days. Yeah, so this is basically, the world is inspired by Star Wars, which you can definitely tell. And there's like magic systems, and my god, there's magic. There are blaster rifles, so it's basically sci fantasy, I would say. Yeah, and a brother and sister are the main characters who are on opposite sides of a war that's brewing. And yeah, I also read the first book this month, and I enjoyed it, so I decided to get the second one and continue immediately before the third one comes out. I think at the end of the year, so like November or December, I think. Yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying this. Can't wait to see what happens at the end. I only have like a couple of chapters left. Yeah. And that was it. That was it for my June 2023 book haul. I will probably also make another video talking about all the books that I read in June. I have talked about a few right now, and yeah, I will continue doing book hauls because these videos are the ones that I like watching the most. I like seeing what people buy, and I like seeing what people get over the course of a month. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!